This is one of Poland's best trains. Built in 2015, these shiny Stadler FLIRT trains for PKP Intercity are among the best of their kind. Join me on this journey from beautiful Zakopane in the south of Poland on a journey up to Krakow, where I show you the excellent onboard features, enjoy a meal from the world-class onboard kitchen while passing through great scenery. This is gonna be a great journey, so let's go! Our journey starts here at the temporary railway station in Zakopane that was in use at the time of filming in August of 2023. Due to the restoration works at the permanent railway station, all trains were scheduled to depart from this temporary location, located about 2 kilometers further north. Due to the temporary nature of the whole situation, there's not much going on here. It is my understanding that the permanent railway station is gonna reopen this year, but with my limited knowledge of Polish, I'm not sure if that's still the plan. But let me know in the comments if you have any updates. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Zakopane's amazingly large railway station. But do not let that deter you from visiting. I've had a great few days hiking and relaxing in the area, so I'd highly recommend a trip to Zakopane. The station sees direct trains from pretty much all over Poland, most of which pass through Krakow and then diverge onto various lines across the country. There's even a night train to Szczecin in the northwest of Poland. And with the 2 poster boards shown, that's pretty much all there is for station facilities here. Right, let's head up onto the platform and go find our train. It looks like it already is awaiting in the distance. Right, here's our train, the morning intercity all the way to Gdynia in the north of Poland. This is a PKP ED160 train, part of the Stadler FLIRT family of trains found all across the world in pretty much every configuration from commuter to long distance train. This version is capable of speeds of up to 160 km per hour. Right, time for us to head on board. I'll be traveling in first class today, which was located towards the back of the train. But our train will change driving direction and route, so that will change. In first class, the seats are laid out in the expected 1+2 layout, mostly in bays of 4. Above the seats, there is a rack for luggage, which can take something about the size of a large backpack. We depart Zakopane right on time at 6:27 in the morning. On our way out of the station, we pass by one of PolRegio's trains. They operate local services in the area, stopping at all stations. And with us on our way now, I think it's about time we take a look at the route map for today's journey. We are on board PKP Intercity train 3560, which starts here in Zakopane, making several stops as we snake our way around the hilly terrain here in the south on our way towards Krakow. We are scheduled to arrive in Krakow after a journey time of 2 hours and 56 minutes. The train covers a distance of 138 kilometers, giving it an average speed of 47 kilometers per hour. After Krakow, the train continues to Gdynia. Our first stop is Porunin, a small town with just 3,900 inhabitants. As the line is mostly single-tracked, even smaller towns like this usually have multiple tracks to allow trains to pass each other. Right, let me show you around the train. They feature these nice electronic displays showcasing the route. And there's plenty of space for luggage throughout the train. These are especially handy if your bags can't fit in the racks above your seat. In general, I really like these trains, they feel really bright and open. My main complaint here in first class would be that there are many seats facing each other and not that many airline style seats. But I guess that's just a personal preference. Heading a bit further down the train, you will find the toilet and conductor's compartment, as well as the small second class section. This is also the accessible car, where you can see there are dedicated space for people in wheelchairs. It's located right next to the door, as well as the accessible toilet. Unfortunately, these trains are not low floor, so a ramp is still needed to board. From here, we can continue into the onboard bar. We'll order some breakfast later in the journey. But if you just want a small snack, the trolley will also come throughout the train during the journey. Here in the dining car you will find everything on sale, from freshly prepared meals, drinks, snacks, hot beverages. Basically every kind of hunger can be satisfied here. The rest of the train is standard class. They have very similar seats to first class, but just in a 2+2 layout, and are a perfectly adequate way to travel. You'll also find plenty of space to store your luggage in second class. And you'll also want to travel in second class if you bring your bike, as it's only in second class there's bike storage. And now for the most important feature, the toilet review. The door is easily locked by moving this handle. The water is working. The same for the dryer. The toilet is looking clean. The flush is functional. So good job, PKP. I have to say, these trains really feel well thought out. The interior is nice and open and spacious, and it has every feature you'd expect for long day journeys. Stadler have really done a great job of adapting their box standard FLIRT trains for PKP Intercity's needs. Here in Novi Tag we meet another of Polregio's trains. This one is the southbound local, making all station stops to Zakopane. But I think it's about time we get some breakfast. I used the MWARS app to order my food right to the seat. Simply select the train you're on, and then the menu will be presented to you. Place the order, and then the food will be brought to your seat as soon as it's ready. And as the train wasn't very busy this morning, it only took about 15 minutes. And then the lovely staff came with the food in takeaway boxes. You pay for the meal at the seat by either card or cash. In my experience, PKP have some of the best food on rails, and today was no exception, with both the eggs and apple pancakes tasting fresh and delicious. The total came to 48 zloty, or about 11 euros. Nothing better than eating breakfast with good views like this. Right, time for the seat tour. You'll find a nice big tray table that can be extended to fit a laptop, a padded armrest, as well as a ringed headrest with comfortable seats. There's also a power outlet below the seat, as well as the recline button. Overall, really comfortable, definitely good enough for the 3-hour journey up towards Krakow. And speaking of Krakow, time flies quickly and we are almost there, passing through one of the stations in the suburbs. And as we now approach the main station, it's time to talk about tickets. I paid just 39 zloty for my ticket in first class, booked roughly 2 weeks in advance on the PKP website. And I have to say, this is exceptionally good value in my opinion, especially considering this was an almost 3-hour long journey and the ticket wasn't booked months in advance. PKP's ticket prices depend on how many seats have been sold on the train and how far in advance you book, so I would recommend buying as early as possible on their website to get the best deal. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I try to upload a new video every Sunday. You can also follow me over on Twitter at IntercitySimon, where I usually post live from my travels. That's a great place to get a sneak peek at what videos might be coming to the channel in the future. Thanks for watching.